So we had the Twitch thing. Twitch is dead. And then they walked that back really quick. And then we had stuff about the Zelda movie and why the TV show was canceled. That Spirit of the Samurai is cute looking. Armored Core looks really good. And actually, I didn't look at the demo for Final Fantasy 16, but you guys, I think, have that in the bag.
You guys got Diablo 4 down, and Sal and I got Final Fantasy 16 down.
Yeah. Yeah, and playing a little bit of Diablo, so we'll talk about that. We've been playing a little bit of Diablo 4, what that's like. And I finally beat Elden Ring, but that I'm not going to talk about, like, except that I will call out that Millennia of Goddess of Rot is Bae.
Everyone loves her.
Yeah, I know. I didn't know what her second form was, and I really loved her second form.
I don't know anything about her, but I know that name.
Yeah, Millennia, the Blade of Mikola. She's not the. I mean, this isn't really a spoiler, but she's not the final boss, and that was disappointing. I thought she was the final boss with all the hubbub, but no, she's an optional boss. She's arguably the hardest boss, and I feel like the coolest boss, so she should have been the final boss. But
fucking Windows. Why do you keep clipping?
Fucking Windows. All right, you ready, Sal?
Hold on.
Should just do all episodes unplugged now. Until the 200th episode, we're just chilling. We have several episodes left, so I'm just gonna keep going with that. Elden Ring. I finally beat Elden Ring. Also, welcome to Strength of Gaming. I took my sweet time with it. I stopped playing it for a while. I did a lot of invasions. It's not really great for invasions, honestly. And the final boss was very anticlimactic.
PvP in all of those games are fucking hot shit.
No, the PvP in Dark Souls 3 was superb.
Nope.
And the PvP in I guess it was Dark Souls 3 mostly. It was the best. That was the height of my Dark Souls PvP experience. In 2 it was pretty shitty, and in the remake it was But yeah, Melania, not the Blade of Mikola, but Melania, the Goddess of Rot, is specifically Bae for me.
Isn't that Trump's wife?
No.
Stop.
Melania. I think it's pronounced the same, but it's spelled differently. The Blade of Mikola. But yeah, so we have just another unplugged episode here for you today. Why don't we start
give you
with
a plug?
We're talking about what we've been playing lately, and I'll say that both Sal and I have played or been playing Diablo 4. What do you think about Diablo 4, Sal?
I like it, dude. It's good. There's some shit they need to fix. Like, they've been nerfing the fuck out of everything, dude. It's just, why? It's just the druid in the beta was fucking way underpowered, and then once it finally released, it was in a good state, and then they nerfed the fuck out of it.
That sucks.
They got rid of the pulverized bear. It seems like they limited it. It used to be the build diversity was really good in the betas, because I had the necromancer that was a corpse explosion one, and then I had the minion build, which also was very powerful. Bone spear was also very powerful, and then the wizard was fucking broke as fuck. The ice wizard, nothing could fucking kill you. Now they have the lightning.
You mean the sorceress?
Yeah.
Ice sorceress.
It was very powerful. The rogue was pretty good. Like the twisted blade rogue was fucking cracked because of the damage it could do. Hundreds of thousands of points of damage, and you weren't even leveled up, only to like level 20, dude, and it was dealing so much damage. That one definitely needed a nerf.
Yeah, that sounds broken.
Yeah, but like a lot of the other ones, they weren't broken at all. The pulverized build for the druid wasn't broken.
Well,
but they nerfed that shit into oblivion.
I've only been playing a necromancer, and I've played her to level 20, and it doesn't feel overpowered, but it also doesn't really feel as hard as veteran should be. Like
Are you playing it on veteran?
Yeah, I'm playing it on veteran. I started it on veteran, so but I was gonna switch it to the next one up, but it says level 50 to 70, so I felt like, nah, I'll just keep it on veteran. And I died once, maybe, maybe twice. I'm not sure now, but it the I'm doing right now like the blood, corpse, explosion, and skeleton minions. But I'm only level 20. But the corpse explosion is my corpse explosion is maxed, and I got a charm that gives me +1 to corpse explosion. Or not charm, whatever it is.
The best one is what was the build? It was when you kill a monster, you drop a corpse. When your minion dies, it drops a corpse. And then the explosions were fucking crazy because they would chain off of each other. with I think it was a piece of armor that had a certain aspect.
Yeah, when it's a lot of shit on the screen, you could just like wipe the screen out. Once one dies, it's like,
yep, yeah, but yeah, it was a chain. So you would blow up one corpse, which would kill other guys, which would drop a corpse, and then they started blowing up, and it would chain across like huge swaths of mobs.
I am having a little bit of trouble with casting it sometimes because my cursor gets lost in all the bullshit that's going on, so I might have to change the size of the cursor or something, and I realize I'm clicking too far away, which I think is kind of annoying. Like, I feel like corpse explosion should do like the nearest. I mean, I like to be able to target, but like it's kind of weird.
It should pop the nearest one, but I think with controller it does the closest one, I think.
Oh, so that's a different,
yeah. So I was playing.
I never liked playing Diablo with a controller, so I'm not gonna start now.
Yeah, I was trying to do it keyboard, but it was just easier to do it with control, just because you can roll the thing out and it targets like whatever's closest to you. So, and I had to click or also to you know how you have to hold the control to hold still, so you can just or shift. So you can hold still and target shit.
One of those things, yeah.
One of those, but if you're not holding it, then it's just the dude's moving around and shit. So that was a little annoying. With the control, you just
that's what I'm used to. That's every single Diablo game. The controls are virtually the same. I will say the things that are new that I like, slight small quality of life improvements, but it might just be because the last one I played was the Resurrection. I'm pretty sure 3 had some of these. But the main thing that I liked is that your skeletons are no longer timed. Like, it's not a duration. They just if they die, then you have to resummon them. And also like how potions are limited to 4 or whatever. You can upgrade them and stuff, but like and they're like auto pickup, and they don't clutter your inventory. Which was always
oh my god, annoying. That was so annoying, right?
I mean, you had like 50 potions,
500 regen potions on you, and then in part 2, your cube was full of potions as well.
Yeah,
that shit was annoying. Now they just need to fix the gems. Like, they need to give you a gem bag. There's no fucking reason they shouldn't.
Yeah, that's true. I guess they do. I since I'm still pretty low, I haven't gotten a whole lot, but yeah, they get in the way. The gems, they feel like they take up way too much space. Like, how does a ruby take up this, the space of, like a
6-1
shield?
cube.
Like, how does 6 rubies take up the space of a shield? You know what I mean? Like, a shield is huge, and 6 rubies is,
there's certain things that are quality.
I like the gem bag idea.
Like, when you beat the game, you start getting from doing nightmare runs or running on higher world tiers. They're I don't know I forgot what they're called, but they're certain little modifiers for dungeons that go in one of your tabs, and they fucking eat up your whole tab, where you get like your buff potions and shit. It also takes up spots there. They need to get rid of that and have its own fucking slot by itself. Because a lot of the times you have like a defense against ice or fire or strength potions and shit like that drop. And having those things, they drop fucking like a lot, and there are a bunch of random ones too. And then later on, you can also craft them, which gives you random modifiers.
Yeah, I saw that you could craft weird like potions or whatever that give you bonuses. That just sounds like a pain in the ass that I don't want to deal with.
A lot of people don't use them.
Yeah, it just sounds like a pain.
Especially if you're running the vanilla game and you're not running hardcore. If you die, right? It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, so you don't need extra shit. And I'm not playing hardcore yet. I might try it eventually, but I don't know if I really want to.
Fucking servers aren't stable.
Yeah, exactly. Like I wouldn't trust it. Like I've seen playing it, I've seen some lag and stuff, and I would be like, oh, that would have just lost my fucking hardcore character there.
Oh yeah, the guy there was a race to 100, and the guy that got to 100, he died an hour later from fucking getting booted out of the game. He just that's like, oh funny. Fuck, I think I'm dead. And then when he logged back in,
I don't even know what you guys are talking about. Did you ever play Diablo at all?
I played Diablo 3.
Yeah, it's not much different than that.
But I know a little bit. Cool.
Excuse me.
But yeah, I haven't jumped on the Diablo 4 train because
$70 is it's a little steep. It's like
but that's the future of all games, though.
Yeah, that's you gotta get used to it, but now it stings still, dude.
I have no problem paying $70 for a bigger game. I have no problem with that, but like I need to really like that game or like be really excited about that game. And for Diablo 4, that just I wasn't there. Yeah, I wasn't there from the beginning. I'm not part of that fan base, I guess. So it wasn't for me. But I pre-ordered Final Fantasy 16 and that was $70. But Final Fantasy is a franchise that I've loved forever. So, for me, it like justifies that.
Sal, did you pre-order it?
No. I don't
have a PS5.
I'm never gonna pre-order.
Oh, it's only PS5. That's right.
It's a PlayStation exclusive. Well, at least for a little while. And then it's gonna end up on Steam or something.
Yeah,
just like most of the Final Fantasy games.
I haven't been interested in a Final Fantasy game in a while, to be honest, and I feel sad about
that. I don't think I'll be interested in any Final Fantasy games ever again. Just because of how fucking shitty 7 is.
Oh, the remake.
The 16 demo was awesome.
It was cool. Me. I like the story.
So you both played it, right?
I played it. Sal watched it.
I watched Asmongold play all the way through. So I was like, oh.
I played it without any hint of like anything. I think I saw one of the more vague trailers of 16 like months ago. So I haven't seen anything recently because, like you guys said, like Final Fantasy has kind of been laying me down lately. So I wasn't like really looking into it. And I wasn't excited about it. But then I just stumbled upon, I turned on my PS5 to like watch Netflix as I do. And I just saw on the homepage that the Final Fantasy 16 demo was live. And I happened to catch it like right away. So I was like, all right, I'll download it. It's free. It's a demo. Like I might as well just check it out and see what it's about. And then 2 hours later, I'm like crying and slamming the pre-purchase button.
The story was good, but I like that your allies you don't control them. They're just there. They do their own fucking shit.
Yeah.
So whatever they do, it's in addition to what you're doing. You don't have to control them or fuck with them or anything, and they're not stupid. They just do whatever. Fuck, they're an additional damage. It's not that they're not really needed. Unlike Final Fantasy 7, they're fucking retards.
I mean, for me, what was great was I feel like the demo gave you like a really good idea of what the story is about, and it's for once a very cohesive story. Like I wasn't confused. I didn't feel like I was bombarded with like all this information that wasn't necessary. And I don't know if the video you watched Asmongold, right? I didn't watch like his entire video. So I don't know if he found this, but if you pause cutscenes, there's an option called active time lore. And basically it's kind of like when you pause like a Netflix show and they give you like the information about the actors.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's like that. So when you pause it, they'll tell you more about the characters in the scene in case like you forgot who that person was or like why they're important.
And catering to the older crowd.
A cool recap is like, well,
they also tell you.
I fell asleep during that fight, so
they also tell you the location that you're in and why that's important. They tell you
in case you forget where you are.
They tell you like they give you like kind of a brief little thing about whatever topic they're discussing. So like if they were talking about the kingdom, for example, then they would give you a little snippet about the kingdom of Rosalia and like and information about it and why it's important and like what the people are like, things like that. So I thought that was really cool for us lore people that really like the lore.
Yeah.
So like I knew the context of what they were saying even though I had just started the game.
You know? It didn't feel like an RPG to me though. It felt like a hack and slash.
Like a hack and slash on rails, or
it still felt like RPG to me.
No,
I played it.
The only RPG aspect of it was the level system, but it didn't feel RPG enough to me. It felt more like they were integrating a lot more like a hack and slash with the fights with the Titan and shit like that. It was
like just because it's not turn-based anymore.
That as well as like you can move out of the way of shit and stuff like that, which is very weird for an RPG, right?
Well, Zelda's an RPG.
Yeah, it's an action.
That's true. It's an action RPG. That's true.
Yeah,
it's very much an action.
It's just different for Final Fantasy. That's all. You know, it's just
hard getting used to that, considering what Final Fantasy used to be like.
I started
changing. It started changing in 13, which was like, and then they changed.
13 was dog shit.
That was the last one I played.
Yeah, and then it changed with the one with Noctis, and I was like, oh, that kind of feels weird again.
15 was better, but the story was dog shit. Like it wasn't cohesive. But like the bros traveling in the car, like that was kind of cool. Like I enjoyed that part of it, and like the battling was like it was all right, fine, whatever.
Well, it's never been about the story with me. Like the Final Fantasy VII remake, the story was really good. I really like the story.
Like
it's the battle systems watching that have been turning
all the
me
previews
off.
Like all the previews, the trailers and stuff for Final Fantasy VII got fucking feels, man. Like they felt really good. Like I would rather them just. It sounds like I'd rather them had just made a movie. Because apparently the gameplay sucks balls. I didn't play it, or did I? No,
I don't think the gameplay
I played the demo.
Sucks,
I played the demo, but Sal says the gameplay sucks, and I wasn't a huge fan of the gameplay when I played the demo, but I didn't get the game, so Sal got the game and he got very angry.
Yeah, it was a lesson in frustration with me. It's like, oh my god, another fucking battle. And then especially the small little minions also have a stagger bar. It was like, and then you can't really do much damage. The stagger bar used to be additional damage when you stagger something.
You have to stagger to kill.
Now you have to stagger before you can kill anybody.
Yeah, they're trying to tell you got to get good. You actually have to know what you're doing.
That is stupid.
That was a conscious decision to make the game feel like it's longer, even though it's only a 20-hour game.
And that's
they put in a system that makes it feel like it's longer because it's taking longer to do a fucking fight.
Like I said, I didn't play past the demo,
like
but
even
makes it feel terrible.
Even in like 15 and 13, the stagger system was there, but it was only for additional damage.
Yeah,
like they get staggered and they take way more damage than they would normally take.
Or there might have been like one boss that was really tough that you had to stagger. You know what I mean? Like an enemy or something. That was
but if
harder.
you know how to stagger them, it's easy.
That's the thing, though. If you could stagger them, it takes so much more Like the one person has to have this certain spell to be able to get through the stagger quicker, but not all of them. And then you have to wait for the other character's bar to be up so you can use that damage or whatever. But then the stupid thing burned it on something else. It did some other move that doesn't do anything to help the fight. Like if it needed lightning to stagger one of the robots, it did use a different move that ate up the fucking bar. So
but you have
wait for the bar to come back, and then
but you have like presets. You have presets where you tell the character like, don't do this.
So you have to
on
switch
your
the
own.
presets every battle. Then I guess
it's like you have a build.
Sounds dumb.
You have a
if
build.
you have to change the build every fight, though, that's dumb.
Every bigger fight.
No,
they should
have just.
I never had a problem with it. I don't know why you have such a problem with it.
It was lesson in frustration.
But, I mean,
it was like, oh, fucking.
I mean, it's not about battle system for me. It's more important to you, so I guess I get that part.
Well, that's what you have to burn through the battle system.
If it annoys you, then I get it. It would take you out of the game if it was that fucking annoying to you.
And then running everywhere. Oh my god. Okay, you got to go here. Okay, now you got to run back for like 10 minutes. Oh, there's a battle in between that. Okay, beat this guy. It'll take you like 20 minutes. And then you got to run this for another 15 minutes. You got another battle. Then you get some story. You got another battle. And then you got to run back this way. You get some story and another battle. That's the whole fucking game, dude.
This just makes me happy about how I live my life because I'm not bothered by these things and I just have a great time. I'm sorry that it like ruined it for you. And for me, I didn't even notice these things because I'm like, I'm happy. I'm in Final Fantasy VII. I don't care.
I wish they had a dumbed out version of the Gambit system from Zodiac Age, where you can tell
12?
you can,
yeah,
where you can tell the character, hey, if this guy's vulnerable to lightning, hit it with lightning. If this guy's vulnerable to fire, hit it with fire.
I think I need to try.
Do that.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't.
I'm pretty sure you can. I'll go back and play it.
I would have been doing it. I would have been doing it if that was possible.
Uh-oh. Sal may have missed an exploit.
I don't know. I didn't have any problems, so I don't know.
The pickle is wary.
Like I literally never encountered a fight where I was like, God damn it. Why can't I figure this shit out?
The pickle calls shenanigans.
It was annoying.
And I'm not good at games. Okay, I'm not good at them.
But
I often feel very stupid playing games. But I don't remember feeling that way. But I mean, maybe I did, and I just don't remember. I blocked it out. I don't know.
It wasn't anything you complained about. You complained about like, or not complained, but like you mentioned its cons in the past, and I don't think the battle system was one of them.
The big con for me that I still take away, even like a year or two after I played it, was that the ending took it in a direction that I didn't appreciate. I think
you had a problem with the story then.
I did have, and the story's important to me. So I did have a problem.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is that combined together with both of your reviews, regardless of what you've previously
everything
said,
is dog
sounds
shit.
like the game sucks. Yeah.
Everything is dog shit when you put me and Sal together.
It was terrible. It was terrible. The story was not, well, you didn't agree with the story. For you, it sounds like, and Sal hates the controls, so it sounds like a terrible game to me.
I still, it didn't ruin it for me, but at the same time, I was like, oh, this is very like.
Didn't it though? You were just like, I'm not gonna let this ruin it for me. It's like, like at the end, you're like, I did all this work to beat the game. I'm not gonna let this this
I literally
ruin it for me.
I could not slog through the fucking rest of the game, dude. I stopped. I just like, no.
I'm not gonna let it ruin it for me. I just didn't expect it to go in a very Kingdom Hearts direction.
It felt very, very rushed. Like that little, just the whole fucking first part was just Midgar. Whereas in the old one, the first part, the first disc ended at when you were trying to go to
Sal, they're trying to make money.
Yes,
so
they want to sell
stretching this
more.
out as much as possible.
They're gonna sell all
No,
the
no,
episodes.
they just that was if that was the case, they should have just let it be a 20-hour game.
What, and then sell 5-hour portions of it? What?
No. Instead of adding extra shit that makes it feel like it's 30 hours or more, it's actually literally a 20-hour game if you cut out all the extra bullshit.
But that's what Final Fantasy is about, extra shit.
No, I'm not talking about side quests. If
okay, what are you talking about?
There's like maybe there's like an hour and a half of literally you running to places in the game just so they could stretch it out.
There was a lot of running to places in the original game as well.
Yeah,
not in Midgar. In Midgar, it was
well, no,
they stretched big of a part.
But again,
they're making the world bigger. Like it needs to feel bigger.
They added shit in there to make it feel like it's bigger.
Like
it's
Midgar.
It's
when
literally
you compare, when you compare the original game to the
Midgar
new one,
was like an hour and a half.
All right, but we need to move on because this is a game that's in the past. Let's move on past this.
Because they just debuted in fucking Game Fest, the second episode.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, but still, okay, it's relevant then. But that means that the second one's going to be very much.
But we should stop arguing about it and move on.
The second one. Here's the second one.
Final Fantasy VII remaster or remake is dog shit. You heard it here on Strength and Gaming.
It's gonna be 2 discs. The second episode is gonna be 2 discs.
Is in the third one gonna be 3 discs?
It's gonna be 2 discs and it's gonna be 30 hours long and it's gonna be like 400 gigabytes install.
Here on Strength and Gaming, you get both the hypercritical side of things and the not so hypercritical side of things, aka
I'm gonna
Sal and me.
Bullshit when there's bullshit, dude. I'm not gonna just say, well, you know, I'm not gonna sit on the fence.
But I'm also not saying that something sucks when it does, not because I genuinely don't think it sucks. Like we both say how we genuinely feel. And I'm just not as critical as you are.
When I combine both of yours together, it sounds like it sucks.
I'm willing to admit when something sucks.
You're both being critical. Well, not being critical, but you're both calling out one portion of it, like one aspect of it. And even though you say you didn't let it ruin it for you, I push X for doubt.
Yeah, because as a whole, I enjoyed my experience.
Yeah.
So why would I let something that kind of threw me off at the end ruin all the fun that I had up until that point? It's like Game of Thrones.
But
like,
Sal couldn't.
It broke my immersion.
Yeah, well, but Sal's. I guess to that point though, Sal's issue is part of the entire game, pretty much.
Right.
So
because gameplay is more important to him and story is more important to me.
Well,
so we can take away that maybe the gameplay wasn't great, and I just don't care.
Because you're more of a fangirl.
Because I'm more of a story girl. I'm more of a story girl. But like, you can tell when a game has both sucky gameplay and a sucky story, like all throughout. You'll know, because like no one wants to fucking play that shit. New World fucking sucks. New World, that's a game that I can legitimately say I played it. It fucking sucks. I don't enjoy
know
it.
What that is?
It's
good. Yeah, exactly.
Amazon's MMO.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, that just kind of fucking fell off the face. I remember hearing about it. Wasn't it frying video cards or something at first? Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, yep, it was.
It sucks. It's not worth frying your video card over.
Yeah. Well, why don't we start off with a little bit of Amazon news then? I'm sorry, Twitch news. Bezos money. For some reason, Twitch decided that they wanted to make more money, and they released changes that would have fucked every. It doesn't matter unless you're not an affiliate, I guess. But even still, it's going to hurt the people that aren't affiliates, and it's going to hurt all the viewers. What they did, basically, screwed over every streamer that uses burned in ads or branding. Like I think Subley pointed out, the biggest thing about our podcast, when we stream it, we have our fucking logos and stuff. Mm-hmm. And according to their new restrictions or whatever, our logos that we would had previously on our previous streams would have been too big. Like they would have been taking up too much space. And that's stupid because it's like, especially if it's something like a podcast or it's like your own indie brand of some kind, or like even if you're just a streamer, start trying to make it as an affiliate. You brand your shit. People will make logos for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you'll put them in the corner or whatever, like or like put in an overlay. Like oh my god, it was terrible. Watching I think Moist Critical was the first video that I watched about how bad it was.
Yeah.
And it was so dumb. Like literally he released a video that said Twitch is dead, because if they went through with that, that would have just killed the platform. Nobody would have been streaming on it.
And also
it already took a big hit because of that. The
way they delivered this news, first of all, was super disrespectful because number one, they gave us child drawings. So that we dum-dums could understand exactly what they
gave you
saying.
The highlights. They gave the highlights magazine diagram.
And the instructions like contradicted
one of these
the
pictures. Is not like the other.
And then when they were called out on it by all the streamers and people like Moist Critical, their answer was, "Oh, sorry, you were too stupid to understand." But actually, we didn't mean it that way. It's like,
well, because like, but that was just walking. At that point, they just walked back a tiny portion of it. Like we didn't mean it for this specific little piece or whatever. But then further backlash happened, and finally they were like, "Oh, we were just kidding." You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, is that where we are right now?
They walked back everything.
They walked back everything.
We're sorry that, we're trying to make, milk you guys for money or whatever. But it would have killed everything though. It would have killed, like, gosh, any events, right, Sal? Like, were those like the different events where you have sponsored events or something? Like
the
how the
fighting,
fuck are you
the
supposed
fighting
to,
cup and shit like that?
Yeah. How are you supposed to do that without branding? That's like the whole point of those events.
Yeah,
like,
you can't do tournaments on Twitch anymore.
Charities, yeah.
Extra Life, we couldn't have a fucking Extra Life logo.
Yeah,
like that would have been against the rules.
I would understand them when they said like in-game advertising, like, "Hey, this is my what's that? G Fuel, blah blah blah, this and that."
Yeah, okay, but
that's a little iffy.
But a lot of streamers rely on that shit still.
Yeah,
like they do.
And then like I know I watch a lot of miniature painters on Twitch. Mm-hmm. They have advertisings all over the fucking place.
They have to make money somehow.
Yeah.
Like, because even then, like, it could be misconstrued. Like, if you saw a logo or something, it could be misconstrued as an advertisement or something, and you get flagged or something.
Yeah, that what they should, if Twitch wanted to do something like that, they should be approaching companies and saying, "Hey, we have certain streamer, and if you want to advertise with them, this is our cut, this and that." And they could
which
put
they do
to
at least I know to a lesser extent. They have those like sponsored
like with
sponsored Twitch advertisement things. Like I get constantly emails for Raid Shadow Legends, and I'm like, no, I'm good. I don't want to put those in there.
Like there's currently, I'm watching that mod's playing, and there's a little tab on the corner. You click on it and a Diablo 4 advertisement pops up. Shit like that should be okay. That's perfectly fine because that's an overlay on top of their shit, and it's advertising through them. But for them to just outright tell them that, hey, you can't put any advertising logos or any kind of branding on your overlays is fucking stupid.
Yeah, it's dumb. It's dumb. It's dumb because it affects everybody that is an affiliate.
Yeah.
Or even people that are trying to become affiliate, right? Because it's your own branding.
Yep.
And let's be honest, most people, I feel like a lot of people on Twitch are at least affiliate, because it's not
that hard to get affiliate.
Super hard to get affiliate.
If you consistently stream, you can get affiliate.
Yeah, if you consistently stream, you have like no viewers and you have like no friends to like up your no friends.
You have no friends.
No friends to up your numbers like at the beginning. You could stream for, I would say, like 2-3 months if you're consistent about it, and you'll get affiliate. Like,
yeah, It's not, especially if you stream a niche, game or genre, like something that's not played as much. In any game that has really low numbers and has like a cult following,
yeah,
it's very like if you go in as a brand new person and you play the most popular game, it's gonna take you a long time.
Yeah,
to
nothing's
affiliate.
gonna happen. But like,
Because
I
people are
started
watching
with
the bigger streamers for that stuff. You want to play more niche stuff, but it's super easy. But yeah, it was dumb that they did that. And I'm coming from the side. I'm an affiliate. I think you're an affiliate. Cat Subby's an affiliate. I've not made more than a few $100s a year off of Twitch. Okay.
yeah.
So I'm not a big streamer. I'm not a big name. I'm nothing. I still like it. Still would have ruined my shit. It still would have ruined our show. Like anytime we wanted to do a Bean Boozle live episode, we can't use our logos. Like what? Fuck you.
Yeah.
Like it's stupid. It's strength in gaming. It's a strength in gaming stream.
And like even if it didn't affect somebody right away, like somebody who is streaming independently, they just became affiliate. I mean, if they want to continue to grow, they're eventually going to want to add like logos and advertisements for like other things, like maybe their YouTube channel or
yeah, exactly.
Their
other stuff
Instagram,
that you do as well. Your brand, like
your TikTok, whatever.
How much it would
what about all the stuff you put in
Critical Role or one of those like big
well, just look at like Moist Critical in the background. He has like his logo on the fucking wall.
Yeah, well, he also has
he hosts
he also has esports
he hosts
league.
esports, yeah.
Well, I think they said that was okay if like it's in your background. I think that was okay according to their regulations. Like you could if you were
but it was a gray area though.
Yeah,
like, I think
Twitch
they did
does not
that
make things very
clear. For all the tub streamers.
Of course, because Twitch loves their hot tub streamers.
Yeah, that's where they get most of their money.
Exactly. Like this, I bet you people like what's that? What's her fucking face? That racist bitch, Amaranth. Yeah, she's a they would never like she would be exempt from that shit probably. Like she would have had a deal with them to like if this went through, that wouldn't have affected her at all. You know what I mean? Because she's like one of their top streamers, and she can get away with, showing her vag and only having like a few day ban. You know what I mean? So like, it's and she said the N-word live.
There would have been obvious
the N-word live.
Like, obvious bias if that would have happened. There would have been immediate bias to like the big streamers.
So yeah, I just think that like it's it's capitalism, and that's why they did it. But the problem was the way they did it was terrible, and it was going to break their system. And they'll probably take a hit from it. That's what I think. Even though they walked it back.
Yeah, a bunch of people left.
There was a bit of an exodus.
Regardless of them,
we didn't leave because we're not making money, right? But if they went through with it, that might have been a different story.
Yeah, I mean,
people left anyways just because they try to pull that shit. They're trying to diversify their bones.
I haven't been
YouTube streaming, which has a better cut.
Yeah, I haven't been streaming that much, but like all this drama with Twitch makes me not want to stream on Twitch.
Maybe that's why. We were talking beforehand. You were like, you get nervous. Maybe that's why.
Yeah.
I don't think I get nervous because of Twitch. I haven't done it in so long.
And now Kick is a thing. They XQC signed like $100 million contract with them or something like that.
What's Kick?
Kick is
it's another platform.
It's another platform.
It's another streaming platform.
It allows because on Twitch they banned gambling streams and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, but that allows it.
That allows it. Yeah, to do like roulette and shit.
Well, remember what happened with all the fucking gamblers? They're scamming their followers and shit for money.
Oh my god, that was horrible.
That's probably wise of them to ban gambling. But here's the thing, though. What are loot boxes? So, I mean,
Yep. There's you can still do like I am opening up a bunch of packs from whatever game or whatever, or the sports games, especially like the sport games like the soccer ones where you open
FIFA.
up packs and shit. That's perfectly fine, but people doing poker or roulette or whatever, oh my god, no.
Yeah.
It's just inconsistent with them, and then they've always like overstepped and done stupid mistakes like that. It's just gonna end up costing like the bigger streamers are gonna just start leaving because they're gonna be afraid that they're gonna lose their livelihood because of some stupid mistake.
And it's like, and this also doesn't give incentive to people who like want to grow their audience to stay on Twitch, because it's like, if they happen to grow their audience and become really successful, then they already know Twitch doesn't have their back. So like, why would they want to try to gain their audience on Twitch when they're just gonna have to leave anyway? You know, so it's like people are better off if they're like, if you're just starting streaming right now, Twitch is not the place you want to start. Like, you probably want to start on YouTube or, I don't know, Kick, I guess. Haven't
get it on the ground floor.
Kick. Or like,
but from what I saw of Kick, though, it's a lot more lenient when it comes to.
So the only reason
like
I'm gonna continue to
content.
stream on Twitch is that it's all set up for me already.
Yeah, that's the only incentive. Like,
and I'm not
us who have already been streaming.
Plus, I mean, and if they're not gonna actually do it, then we're not gonna be affected.
But even still, though, even though our shit
and it's not our livelihood.
Yeah, even though our shit is put to like it's for adults, not for children, you still gotta kind of pussyfoot around like adult content, even though
because it doesn't allow nudity or anything like that. I mean, unless you're Armorant, then it's okay. You get a day, but 24-hour ban.
About nudity, but
just like mature in general.
Certain subjects we can't
subjects,
talk about.
Words.
Yes,
even though we're an adult stream, it's certain subjects we can't talk about because
I mean, we all know that some words are not acceptable anywhere and should not be acceptable anywhere, but like there are other words that are like, really, I can't say that.
Yeah.
I haven't come across any of that stuff.
Oh,
I can't say, unalive yourself, but like the real word.
Yeah. You have to say unalive. You can't.
Yeah. Like things like that.
Words.
Okay, but what if like it's part of the game?
You can't like show certain scenes anymore. What? Yeah.
I didn't know that.
With with YouTube, that was a whole controversy with YouTube recently where people were playing the mortuary assistant. And there's like one scene in particular in the mortuary assistant, I think, where someone's unaliving themselves, and
you can say kill yourself or suicide on this show. We're not I'm just banned off of
I'm getting used to it.
You're getting used to it. Yeah, I guess I get it. But I mean, I understand that's a sensitive topic, and I probably wouldn't be talking about it on my show,
of course,
or on my stream. But like,
of course,
and I haven't played any games that had to deal with that. But that's interesting because I don't know that. So what happens if I just am playing that game?
Right.
That's stupid.
YouTube will like either tell you to cut that out of your video, or they'll take your video down altogether, or they'll stop promoting your video to audiences. Which is a big thing, especially for bigger creators who
that's YouTube, not Twitch.
Yeah, that's YouTube. But Twitch, I mean, I don't know if you get copyright strikes. That's a big thing on Twitch.
Oh yeah, they'll copyright strike you for fucking anything.
As far as content like that goes, I think they're more lenient.
Remember, they took one of our videos down, one of our Strength and Gaming videos down because we had the Poke Rap in it. Like there was no exception. They weren't like, it didn't mute it. It didn't like, blur it out or just give us a copyright strike. They just said your video can't be played.
Yeah, it's done. Anymore. Yeah, right.
I had to remove it and put it back with something else, that part deleted.
And now, at least on YouTube, bigger creators who like have like a wide range of audience, like young and adult. Like for example, I use Markiplier a lot because I watch his videos a lot, and he's one of the biggest creators on YouTube. He's had to like go out of his way to like censor himself so that his videos are still promoted to the public. Basically, he can't like curse anymore, at least not within like the first. It says not within the first like 60 seconds or something like that. Don't quote me on that, but it's some like short number at the front of the video. You can't curse at all, or else they'll flag it. But also they don't really. YouTube doesn't follow their own rules. Sometimes you'll curse 5 minutes in, and then they still won't promote it.
You have to like get a certain. You have to like get to a certain like limbo area. Like we're not popular enough for any of that shit to matter right now.
Exactly, because no one watches us. No one. Not no one, but
no, it's
not enough.
Someone named no one that watches us.
It's like when God followed me on Twitch. Someone named God followed me on Twitch.
Me on Twitch.
I have a clip of that saying that God's a stan. He followed me.
But yeah, what else do we have in the news? There's enough about Twitch bullshit.
Well, we had the Game Fest, and then we had the Xbox thing, and then we had the Ubisoft thing.
Ubisoft.
Yeah. And then we had the indie developer shit, and then the PC game stuff. There's a lot of games coming out, but a lot of those games look iffy. Games look iffy.
Even right now, for anyone who's like possibly watching this video way after it was, or listening way after this was released, right now the big games are out are Diablo 4 and Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Like those are two huge games out at the same time, so everyone is gaming right now. Everyone's gaming like a boss.
Yeah, especially
did you get Tears of the Kingdom?
I have not yet, because I'm still playing Breath of the Wild.
You're still playing Breath of the Wild.
When Tears of the Kingdom came out, I realized that I had never really played Breath of the Wild except for like the first hour or two, and so I started it over, and I've been playing consistently. I still have not beaten it, but I've progressed a lot. So I now understand Breath of the Wild memes and references and stuff like that.
Wait till you collect all the seeds.
I know what happens. I know what happens, but it's fun finding the Korok seeds because they're in such stupid places sometimes. It's really funny. Like you just lift up a rock and then there's one. You just if anything looks like you could do something with it, there's a Korok seed there. So
yeah,
I didn't play the game, but I have
what Eddie's been ranting about. He seems like he's enjoying it but hating it.
Tears of the Kingdom?
He hates Tears of the Kingdom, yeah.
It's like, God damn, I was looking for this stupid
hate playing
bitch.
it now.
I was looking for this stupid bitch for like an hour, and then
oh right, I saw that. Yeah,
yeah.
I thought
I'm gonna fucking chuck my Switch out the window.
Dude, I
showed that one to Heather when it came, because she's not gonna play Tears of the Kingdom, and that was hilarious.
There's a quest like that in Breath of the Wild too that I had just like finished, and at first I thought he was talking about Breath of the Wild, and I didn't say anything because I'm like, oh, he's probably talking about Tears of the Kingdom.
It's the same thing though. They're the same.
It's probably a same. Shit. Yeah, like I had to find this.
Should have been a DLC.
I had to find this chick because she like washed down the river or something and way out into Lake Hylia.
It's like, do you remember that game Hyrule Warriors?
I've never really played.
Oh, that was
games.
Just Dynasty Warriors with Zelda.
Yeah, but it was like Breath of the Wild Dynasty Warriors. Like it was the same game turned into Dynasty Warriors. It was so dumb. Like,
I hate when people do that, or like companies do that shit.
I was like, what the fuck is this Hyrule Warriors crap?
Breath of the Wild was enough. Like Tears of the Kingdom is a
Heather
sequel,
didn't
so
even like
that's
Breath
great.
of the Wild. But... like she didn't hate it, but she wouldn't. She's like, basically all of the reports about Tears of the Kingdom is it's the same game with some added crafting and other bullshit.
Yeah,
so she's like, no.
I don't think I'll get Tears of the Kingdom for a while because I'm playing Breath of the Wild and I'm already kind of getting burnt out on it. But
all I did was watch her play, and I watched my niece play Breath of the Wild, and I was burnt out on it.
It's fun, and it's I love the music, and it's like feel good, and like I'm not shading the game at all. I'm just starting to feel like, okay, I don't really need to keep playing this.
I am shading it, at least by proxy. I'm false homie shading it. Well, it's not true because I mean I actually watched a lot of it firsthand and maybe messed with played it a little bit, but I didn't like I wasn't officially playing it or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, now I'm trying to get it done so that I can focus on Final Fantasy 16 when it comes out.
Yeah.
Because as soon as I start playing that, Breath of the Wild is going to be no more. Like, I'm probably not going to pick that up again. So I'm trying to like get stuff done now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Also, they showed off an extended play of Starfield.
Mm-hmm.
Starfield on the Games Fest, and it looks like all the other Bethesda games, just with better lighting. The trees looked exactly the same, and there's probably going to be clipping in when you get into the towns and shit. It's like, why is there a bush in here? And it's clipping through the wall. And
Yeah.
Honestly, it doesn't interest me at all.
I don't think I'm interested in it either. To be honest, I'm like, what the fuck is Starfield? What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's probably gonna be broken as fuck at launch.
Yeah, it's
and I bet you they already have an apology GIF ready to go.
An apology.
Yeah, just keep.
They have it like lined up. It's like here's a bunch of skins. Here's a whatever.
Oh, no, are you kidding me? Bethesda doesn't give away anything, dude. They don't give away shit.
What are they gonna give away then?
They're nothing. They're just gonna say, "Oh, we're sorry. We should have done better. We're gonna." Oh,
so better. They have an apology email pre-written, is what you're saying, not a gift.
And then they're gonna say, "Well, we're never gonna abandon this game. We're gonna." They go, "Yeah, how's 76 doing?"
Yeah, fuck that. We're gonna talk about Fallout 76 on this show.
That shit's on like life support. They're just.
I don't even know Fallout, and I know that's a yikes.
The last physical E3 that existed, dude. That booth was sad. I felt bad for anybody working at that booth, the 76 booth. It was also like right next to Wolfenstein, which was amazing. It was a 50s diner with.
Yeah, Wolfenstein's an amazing game, except for the Youngblood one. The expansion, that shit was horseshit, dude. It was bad.
Horseshit.
What else did they show off? Oh, they had the Capcom one. They showed off some more Street Fighter. The VR, Resident Evil 4 VR. I mean, it looks cool and all with the newer graphics and shit, but you can already play Resident Evil 4 VR. They literally have a VR.
Yeah, you play
it. It's just yeah. It looks like it runs the exact same way. Like I literally use almost no fucking ammo in that shit, dude, because you can aim so well, and the knife works very fucking well.
Because you're not in that weird overview, like third person.
Yeah, so you can kneecap one of the dudes that call you hijo de puta, and just run up to them and slash them, dude. You can just slash them to death. Hijo de puta, shut up. And you just run up to him and just start slashing away.
I don't know Spanish well, but I know that's bad. I know that's a bad word.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Or cógelo.
How do you say it again?
Fuck him up.
Hijo de puta.
Hijo?
Yeah,
hijo de puta.
Hijo de puta.
Yeah.
It's spelled with an H-I.
It's more like son of a whore.
Why isn't it mijo?
Son of a whore.
Hijo means son or daughter.
Oh, and mijo just means like boy?
No.
Yeah, mijo is more like an affectionate way of saying my son or something like that.
It's like my son, not just
my son, not just son.
Or daughter. Yeah.
Okay, hijo.
Or boy child or female child or
hijo, hija. Child. It's more of an intimate.
I think it's more like child.
Information. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hijo in general is just like
child. I need to learn Spanish. I really do. I'm actually learning Japanese. Like consistently. I really think so. I've been practicing every day. I'm learning hiragana, which is like their sumimasen. I'm learning hiragana, which is their like basic writing.
That's for children.
Yes, it is for children. Yes.
That's for children.
You think I should
It is.
start with
It's-
adult things when I'm learning?
Oh,
No.
no,
No,
dude.
no, no. I'm a baby.
Here's the thing, though. Once you get past hiragana, then you got the kanji, which
got
is
kanji.
3,000 characters.
And then you got
Insane.
katakana. You got katakana after that too.
Speaking of Japanese, FromSoft, Armored Core, that looks pretty freaking sick. I gotta say.
I always loved the Armored Core.
Armored Core.
The Armored Core. The Armored Core games. I still have them actually. I have. I still have
Armored Core is
ones
great.
from PlayStation 2.
That and Front Mission. Those were some of my favorite games.
Yeah.
But with the new gameplay though, it's got some Souls-like controls with like the lock and all the like slashy, like dodgy kind of stuff. At least you're not rolling.
That was always in the game.
Yeah, I know. They're the same, but the hard lock wasn't.
The hard lock was.
What you
Hard
talking
lock
about?
was. There was hard lock on the original ones. That was the easiest way to kill some of the dudes. You can just
Well, there was something new about it, but whatever. At least the guy that fucking did the video.
there was fucking what was the name of it? Ex Machina. They really learned a lot from Ex Machina.
Well, it looks
Like,
good, and I really want to play
an
it.
Armored Core game type gameplay. Yeah, I love those games. I can't wait till it comes out. Play the shit out of that. Especially when you beat the game, then you unlock the way the game plays is
Armored Core had PvP, right? Like you could play couch, like, co-op. Yeah.
Oh my god,
fun.
that was
Yeah, that was fun when you could fight each other.
People were chintzy on that fucking game, dude. There was a lot of cheese when you play online.
Yeah.
But yeah, that shit looks good, dude.
I mean, essentially, Armored Core is MechWarrior Souls. I mean, if you look at it that way, that's what I think. And it's FromSoft, and FromSoft is a solid company. I don't foresee any major issues with that because they don't fuck around. They don't fuck around with video games. Elden Ring was an interesting experiment, but it still was an amazing game. Like it wasn't as Souls-like as most people would like, I guess. So some of the more hardcore Souls people were.
Yeah, well, that game was marketed towards everybody, dude.
It was marketed towards. It's a Souls game for everybody, and that's essentially what it was. Like it didn't feel as punishing, but it also, you could punish yourself if you wanted to. Like you could make it more punishing if you wanted to. There are ways that's pretty easy. So if you're like a hardcore Souls fan, I still thought it was an amazing game, and it's a great gateway drug for Souls games. Like it's better that. So my gateway drug was, and I've said it before, was Bloodborne, but this is a way better gateway drug to those Souls games. But yeah, I should play Elden Ring. I convinced my boss to play it. He played it and beat it before I did. But he didn't do any invasions or anything like that. And I get distracted with other stupid games that I'm not allowed to talk about on the show.
Just roll for win. That's all PvP is in those games, is roll for win.
Yeah, sure. Sal doesn't understand PvP in those games, but okay.
Oh my god, I watched you fucking play it. I've literally watched you stream
Doesn't
it.
count.
Doing the fucking roll. Okay, I'm gonna roll back here. Roll. Okay, I'm gonna roll over here. Roll.
Dark rolls.
And then try to catch the dude rolling into you. You roll behind
catches.
him, and then you do a fucking backstab.
Or you get a really big weapon and swing really wide and catch them in a roll.
Or you roll, and then here's my big fucking
roll. But anyways,
But it's
speaking of rolls.
They showed off so many games. If you're short on funds and you want to play a lot of fucking games, get Game Pass.
Game Pass is from what?
Microsoft. There's
Microsoft
so many games that are gonna be day one on Game Pass that are pretty fucking badass, dude.
How much is Game Pass?
If you can get it for cheap, it's like $120
a year,
something like that. Yeah.
Does it have to be purchased in a whole year?
No, you can purchase it bi-monthly.
Oh, okay.
You can do it bi-monthly if you just want to play a game that you don't want to buy. You just pay like, what is it, like $15 for that month. You play the game for a month, and you can beat it in a month if you're really into the game.
But also too, if you just have this, you keep the subscription, you can beat that game, maybe another game in the same month or whatever, right?
Yeah, just maybe playing 2 games and you've already paid for the subscription because $70 games now.
Yeah, I could see that Game Passy type things being more popular with all these $70 games. But then it's like what's available, like versus that and other things. But that's all stuff that we're probably going to talk about in the future, I'm sure.
And then PlayStation had their thing, and then there was really nothing other than they showed off more Final Fantasy, and then they showed off the next Spider-Man.
Okay.
The next Spider-Man is going to be cool because you can change between Miles Morales and Peter Parker.
Wait, so you can turn your privilege on or off?
Yeah. it's kind of like in it's like throw the ball, throw it.
Look at her face.
Look at she's like, hey, pay attention.
She wants us to wrap up. She's like,
bitch,
let's go.
She said, wrap it up, B.
Wrap it up, B.
She goes,
look at that
shit up, B.
Cookie.
All right,
what do you want?
Has their barking gotten under control?
Well, they have their collars on right now. It's not a shock collar. It's a vibrating collar. Because
it wasn't helping.
No, they didn't have it on when you watched them.
Well, no, the first time they had it on, and that
helps
was like,
a little.
Yeah, whatever.
But I'm trying to take a different approach by being more calm when they bark, and I'm going to the door and making it my space, and being like, "This is my space." Enough.
What was hilarious though is when they would run to the window with that little couch and they were barking out the window. They would turn around and look at me and it's like, "Aren't you gonna get in on this, bitch? Look out there!
You should be barking.
Bark too."
Sal,
they looked at me for like approval. They're like, "Hurry up and get in here!"
Oh, Sal, they think we're both of us were bitches and we can't take care of ourselves. That's what they think, because when Andrew's home, they don't do it because they know he's in charge and they know he can handle it. They feel like they have to protect us.
For Sal.
They want me to join in, dude. It's like,
no, I mean, they do the same thing to me. They look at me and they're like, dude, there's someone here. They're outside. They barked at a fucking leaf the other day, falling on the front patio because it made too much noise.
Yeah, but a lot of the times it was the squirrels across the street. They were being ornery and they were in their space. So
Suki loves the squirrels. She wants to eat them so bad. She really wants to eat them.
She just lick them awkwardly.
So that's why I have the door closed, so they're like stuck in here with me, because they would be out in the living room barking at shit if they weren't in here with me. And because they're in here with me, they've been fine.
Yeah, but now Suki's like, we're done.
Yeah, Suki's like, I want to go outside, bitch. Let's go.
Let's let Suki out. Let's I think that's all we have for the show, really. Good night, you motherfucking nerds.
Good night, y'all.
Happy Father's Day.
Well, it's gonna be done.
Yeah, before the show airs.
Thank you so much to all the nerds that listened. You can find us at strengthengaming.com or email us at info@strcast.com.